And welcome back to Yakuza 0. We're picking right back up in the cabaret storyline. After Club Mercury is Club Jupiter. Also, I have horribly misjudged how much free time Majima actually gets to have. I believe after we go on to see Nishitani, after the River of Styx, Majima's basically locked into, or onto the rails until post-game? And with the way I've actually played out the rest of Majima's story, I kind of need to do... We kind of need to marathon the rest of the Cabaret storyline for something to make sense. Or to explain something. I'm sorry.
This is your fault.
So yeah, let's go stake out Club Jupiter. I and Yuki are gonna come along for the ride because Yoda is busy. Struggling to remember where Club Jupiter actually is. I want to say it's in the south part of town.
Glad we're being very subtle here with two of those ladies.
Hostesses.
Yeah. We'll call them that.
So, here's the proprietor of Club Jupiter, Kazuka. He's the muscle of the 5 stars.
This is like a bad Steam movie maker thing.
You think so?
I mean, Source Filmmaker, you can kind of make something exactly like this. Just without the text box. You can just add that in later. It's just the way that Majima is like to the side and whatever. And like how they're 6 feet apart.
Oh, you know what? I could see that actually. So not only is Kizuka the muscle of the 5 stars, he's also a slave driver.
He was using like 1930s New York euphemisms to earn money here.
I kind of wonder what he said in the original Japanese.
If it was French Canadian, maybe let's go make some curds in there.
So Saki's claim to fame is she's got the most endurance of all the hostesses.
Hmm.
So and that does reflect in her actual stats. Like she has the most stamina, so she can work the most days without getting like exhausted. Also, while we were out, Yoda's been attacked. Oh no!
I mean, I don't see why you'd ever expect otherwise.
Yeah, I don't either.
What?
Like, you shouldn't translate it that way, because it doesn't really make that much sense. 3 men wearing black barged in, like...
It just makes me think the men in black have a weird stake in this.
Probably. I mean, realistically, this is probably just a great front for creating some underground club where that aliens go to or whatever. I'm not dead yet.
He just gave a death speech before taking a nap.
Of course. You see, he's been working himself to death lately. That's an awesome impression of me.
They must have caught you taking a nap at the studio and decided to put you in the game.
And not my proudest moment. It was after about 36 hours of crunch they had me do.
Ah, yikes.
Yeah. Hell of a business. Now, if I was hired by Sega, I wouldn't talk shit about this.
それじゃあ
Alright. So we're gonna we're gonna do the first of Ice Hostess training now. The rest of her training will be relegated to a side video because I honestly don't like doing the majority of hostess trainings.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
They're just kind of boring. Like my compromise is I'll show off the first one just to so we get a feel for what each girl is like. But past that,
Okay,
these are so long.
So honestly, you believe that this is, and not that I want to stereotype or anything, because that's not the intention of the question, but do you think that the developers did this in order to entice or potentially incentivize either women playing this game or men playing this game with their significant other?
I don't think so.
結構いいお店とか知ってるんですよ。
I just wonder if they're
それ
like,
じゃあ
if in general they're more interested in these sorts of things, like the, I don't even want to say like nitty gritty of character
いいですよ。
development, but
真
like
島さんが気に入り
these
そうなお店
hostesses
か
things, like are they really
Oh,
attached to
I
this?
know,
Because I feel like in a North American environment, this would just be looked at something as like strange or not interesting whatsoever.
真島さんが好き
To
そう
the
Yeah,
point-
like, I-
to the point of
I-
just like
I-
skipping it.
ケテモノ
Yeah, I feel like there's some cultural context I might be missing out on that could make these a little more interesting, but
Mm.
as is from my Western perspective,
I guess
I
like
think these are kind of boring.
そういう真島さんは
I kind of wonder
休
if
日
because like
どんなこと
idols,
されてるんですか
right? Like or like the quote unquote idols
Eh?
of South Korea and Japan. I guess like if it's in relation to that culture,
毎
maybe
日お
I
疲れ
guess.
様です
But
私頑張
I
っ
don't
てる
know.
人
I
見る
guess
と
it's
尊
in
敬
my
しちゃいま
in my
す
head. It just seems like it's reinforcing that culture, which isn't very good to begin with. But admittedly, I don't exactly have the
本当ですか？
firmest of
真
grasps
島さん
over
がもっともっと
you know,
元気
the
にお
entirety
仕
of
事できるよう
idol
に私が癒してあげ
nature,
な
or
いと
however you want
な
to call it.
Right, right.
そうだ真島さんはもし私が彼女だったらどうやって癒してほしいですか？私何でもしちゃいますよ。
そうやな。
マッサージですか？私うまいんですよ。お父さんに褒められたこともありますから。
I mean, that doesn't.
Hmm?
A parent can just be encouraging.
もちろん私得意なんですよ。足つぼマッサージ。
Um,
うん
let's see. One of the questions I actually had, like, well, the first couple times I ran through these was whether or not the characters matched up to
何
the
が知りたいですか？
personalities of like the actual
何でも教
people
えちゃいますよ。
like they share likenesses with.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
The answer to that is actually
得
no,
意
they
なこと
don't.
か。
I'm
Like,
not
not-
なん
surprised.
だろう。お仕事
Like
かな
they might have share a couple of things, but for the most part they are their own characters, distinct from their likenesses.
I feel like that was a lot of Google searches with the adult filter off and dark web
あ、
transactions.
今真島さんはお客さんなんです
Actually,
か
I don't remember where I found this
支配
information.
人み
I
たい
think
な
it might have been
こと
like
言っちゃ
an
ダメですよ。
an AMA with like the localization team. Like I was not actually looking for this specifically. Like it's just something that was in the back of my mind that I never actually wanted to look up because
これからも
you
こ
know.
こで頑張っていきますね。真島さん。
あ
But yeah, I suppose the fact that there are at least two of the girls in they use in this kind of role
Hmm.
that appear
苦手なこと
twice
か。
each in the series,
うーん
Mm.
and they
Maybe
appear to be
it's
totally
ね。
different from the or distinct across both appearances.
私、
うん
人の悪口を聞くのが好きじゃなくて聞いてるだけで落ち込んじゃうんですよ。
なるほどな。
Anyway, I think to sum up Ai's
その了
character
解。
in Yakuza
特に
Zero,
そういうの多いじゃ
he
ない
had
で
a
すか。
problem with like
た
bullying.
まになんでそん
And
な
that's
こと言うん
kind
だ
of
ろうって落ち込んじゃう時も
really
あり
affected
ま
her
す。
deeply.
Mm.
うん。
真島さん。ふふふ。真島さんってすごい前向きですね。私なんかジーンとしちゃった。
Also, I am really not a fan of her acting.
I don't know. If I understood Japanese, I'm sure I could.
確かに私人がどう思ってるかとか気にしすぎかもしれませんね。なんか
That's
楽
one
に
of
な
the
り
things
ま
I
した。
hear a lot
あ
about
りがとうござい
Ai's
ます。
voice acting specifically. Like it's kind of bad.
It sounds like kind of like mushy, you know?
はい。
Kinda.
Like, when there was like this is involved, I don't know. Maybe it's just like the dialect that she has, or her voice actor has.
お疲れ。
Because I've heard that's like an actual issue. I mean, obviously, like you have dialects in every country. So, for example, Canada, like some Newfies cannot be understood by anybody else but Newfies. So,
Right.
So I kind of wonder if maybe that's the same thing going on with I.
It's possible. Anyway, next up is the 1500 fan checkpoint,
ええ
which I believe is I believe it's the rival team showing up at Club Sunshine.
Hmm.
And here's our messenger of doom.
I have a bomb. I kind of wish you'd just like hang on that button for like 2 minutes. For
I mean,
introductions, I think you'll find that it's incorrect.
Right. So, Kizuka's team is here to try to quash our expansion into their territory.
Huh?
Why is it always violence with you guys?
Can't we ever settle this with, I don't know, a nice game of shogi or something?
Maybe like pool? Actually, no, snooker, because you can just nobody knows how to use snooker.
3 points! Am I doing it right?
Red ball in corner pocket.
No, that's like -5 points, dude. Don't do that.
All I know is that at the end they always shout Yahtzee.
Yeah, Yahtzee?
Yeah.
Did I win?
Looks like
I must have if these guys are all passed out.
Yeah, it looks like it. You'd even use a pool cue. It's actually pretty amazing.
I don't even know where it came from. It was just here.
Ah.
So how much of a head start do you think she had on those guys?
Like 5 seconds worth.
That's amazing considering she's in high heel.
Right?
Oh right, I guess now we have time for introduction.
Well, yeah, now that the guys who have come to fuck us up have lost horribly at was it
Yeah.
Snookum?
Yes, Snookum. I feel like this is unnecessarily portraying bikers as bad people.
Maybe just a little bit. And lastly, to wrap up this video, we're going on dating practice with I.
Oh man, thank God I could use the help.
We're going to practice at the disco.
Please don't panic. There, made the joke. This is not helping me dance, by the way.
Have I shown off the disco minigame in this LP yet?
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh wait, no, we would have had to do it with Yuki in the Club Mercury video.
We did it with Special Jackson or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. We danced with him too.
How could you forget Magic Johnson? Magic Johnson and the crazy Steven Spellbinding or whatever.
Steven Spinning, that's right.
How could you forget a face like that?
I don't know. It's been so long.
So disappointed.
I'm disappointed in myself too, actually. Also for this performance, but I also still really hate the timing on this game.
I was gonna say, it just seems like there's a famous term for StarCraft 1, which is called an anti-timing. Without getting like too deeply into it, it definitely feels like this game doesn't flow well enough, like naturally. Like you have to stop yourself from going too quickly.
Just a little bit.
Which, like, I get why you would do that to make it quote-unquote hard, but it's also, like, really annoying because it constantly seems like you're fighting against yourself to make these moves that seem, like, easy or, like, proper to do.
Yeah, there's no leniency on it, like, at all. And, like, it's a very specific timing window on when you can actually hit the button. I don't know, I don't like it.